1966 Triumph 2000 Estate. That's the 2-litre petrol twin carburettor, manual gearbox this one. Quite a rare car that, in the estate form. Low owners as well. If you check the website out, James will detail all that on our website. All the details will be there. Bodyweight wise, going to start off with the bonnet, work our way around the car, onto the engine bay, then we'll go, onto the interior, and then we'll go to the engine bay for an engine startup. It was driven here today to the sale. The current vendor did inform that this morning had to give the clutch a couple of pumps and it went into gear. Again, when I've moved it around the yard and onto our photo booth there, I gave the clutch a couple of pumps and it went straight into gear. Before that, it was a little bit grindy, so please bear that in mind. It's always nice when vendors come forward with any sort of issues like that, so we do know about it. So like I say, once a couple of pumps on the clutch and they go straight in, so it might need a slave cylinder or some fluid there or something. Right, bodyweight wise, we'll start off with the bonnet. Nice and straight up the middle of the bonnet there. It's obviously had bits of paint over the years and there's an odd mark here and there. It's not concourse, but it's very, very usable. There's a few stone chips and some light cracking in the paintwork. You can see that there. You've got to have your nose sort of touching the paint to notice it, but it's definitely there. No heavy corrosion around the windscreen. The window around the window, around the front windscreen. The roof's nice and level all the way across. There's some heavier surface scratches in the roof there where it's been washed and stuff over the years. There's a few little bits and pieces in the paint, but it's all nice and straight, it's all nice and white. Come back down the bonnet again, there's various sort of little stone chips here and there on the bonnet itself. A little bit of paint flake at the front edge of the wing, and again you can see this sort of crazy in the paintwork itself. Headlamps nice and clear. Chrome's all right, a bit heavily scratched around it. Again, nice and clear on the lower half with the spot lamps and original covers there, which is nice to see. Again, a little bit of paint flake on the top of the driver's wing and the bonnet, and some heavier cracking in the paint there. But corrosion-wise on the wing top's all okay. And again, down the lower half, a little bit of rust there on the lower section, a little bit of pitting on that lower section there, but nice and straight. Some heavier pitting in the bumper, but not bad at all. Overriders seem to be a bit better than the bumper itself, but doesn't really deteriorate from the sort of look of the car in general. Nice and straight up the wing top, apart from a little bits of paint cracking like I've already mentioned. Very light pitting on the wing, whereas I mean very, very light pitting. Down the wing sides there again, there's a few marks, a few stone chips, an odd little scuff and scrape here and there. But to be very honest, it's not had a quick splash over for the sale, which is nice, and all quick tart up, all nice and straight down the door edge. But again, you can see the cracking in the paint. This door is a little bit off in colour. You've got your black stone guard line throughout the whole car. As we come round again at the driver's door, you can see the sort of cracking in the paintwork there. No major marks around the handle. Big gouges or dents, but again, cracking in the paint throughout the whole car. Handle's nice and straight. The door itself's all nice and straight. Onto the back rear door again. Same sort of cracking in the paint there. Must be quite old paint, I would say, on this one. Around the rear arch. Again, all right. Again, you got some surface rust here and there. Sort of stone chips more than anything across that body line, and that sort of cracking, sort of marble effect down the paintwork there. All the windows are nice and clear. Lovely big estate car this. Quite a rare thing in the estate, like I said. Across the back, the light lenses are good. The bumper corner is all alright. Some pitting in the bumper itself. Again, you've got the cracking. You can see that there down the sort of edges. And across the top here, the boot. Tow bar fitted with 7-pin. And you sort of chosen caravan plug that, I think. Across the back of the boot, it's all nice and straight. Granted, it wants some paintwork, depends how picky you've been. Very, very presentable and usable as it is, but it's all nice and straight. On the paintwork side of things, there's no big dings or dents. It's lovely level down both sides, but there is this sort of cracking in the paintwork itself. Around that rear arch on the passenger side, again, a few stone chips, a few marks here and there. I'll do the lips, you can have a look. Nice and slow. Across the bottom of the door, a little bit of rust on the passenger rear door there, just starting to come through. With it being white, you do notice it. And again, some heavier cracking around the handle. Paintwork throughout the whole car sort of is like that. I don't think it's going to win your local show, but it's not a bad base to start with. Quite an honest old classic, this one. Nice and tidy along the passenger door again. You've got that crazing. Windows are all nice and clear across the passenger side with these nice little quarters that open in the back there. It's a pretty nice little touch. On the driver's front wing, passenger front wing, sorry. Again, we've got some stone chips and some rust coming through there. Not big blebs, but more stone chips more than anything throughout that passenger wing. Sits nice and level as well down the passenger side. Onto the interior now. Interior is lovely on this one. Door card itself all nice and tidy. A little bit of discoloration. I've got a little bit of split on the bottom of the handle there, but the card itself all good. Tiny amount of delamination cracking on the wood, but not bad at all, not flaking off anywhere. The seat itself, minimal wear at the seat. Aftermarket sort of period correct headrest there. Nice and tidy. It's lovely and soft, the seat, when you sit on it. It sort of absorbs you nicely. A few little marks on it, but no rips or tears whatsoever to the seat. Black rubber set. Wants a bit of a clean in there on the carpet set there. A little bit of sun fade, the carpet set. Dashboard's lovely and clear and tidy. A little bit of delamination to the wood, but not flaking off. Dials are uncracked and easy to read. Centre console all nice and standard down the centre console. Wheel itself's got an aftermarket sort of leather wheel cover on, but nice and tidy. Headlining's really clean as well. No sagging anywhere. No, nice and straight in there. No rips or tears that I can see on the headlining. Onto the driver's rear. Again, door cards nice and tidy. Again, same sort of split into the handle, sort of sunwear really more than anything. And a little bit of cracking to the lacquer across the top of the wood door cap. Rear seats looking like they've never been used. From 1966. That we've got a sort of an after market armrest there, but if you fold this one down, lovely and tidy. Have a good look at those rear seats there. No rips, no tears, no nasty marks at all in those rear seats. Really, really clean and tidy in there. And again, headlining's lovely from the left-hand side, right-hand side. Onto the boot now. Again, got a bit of sun fade to the carpet, but a lovely big boot with the door captains that come all the way along the back. Again, a little bit of cracking to the lacquer on those. All lovely and straight in there. Wants a bit of a clean, I know that much. Try and lift this floor up for you so you can have a good look in there. We've got spare wheels, we've got bits and pieces, covers and stuff like that. Put that boot floor back in a second as we go around into the passenger side. Just shut that boot there. If I move that boot floor, it's my fault, apologies there. Move that out the way for a second, we'll come back to that in a second. Passenger rear. Again, door cards nice and tidy. Not splitting on the handle on this side. You see you've got original plastic still on there. A little bit of cracking to the door top, but again, door card, no rips or tears. That rear seat is in absolutely gorgeous condition. No marks at all to the rear seat. Headlining from the left-hand side is lovely as well. Really nice interior, this one. Passenger front. Again, door cards nice and tidy. A little bit of cracking again to the lacquer on the top of the door cap. Wants a bit of a clean, that door card. The seat itself's lovely and straight. Again, lovely and soft. It's not going to crack on it when you sit on it. Nice and tidy on the sides. No problems at all with that there. Lovely and tidy from the left-hand side. Come round on the engine bay now. I'll just pull the bonnet for the engine bay. Simple as that. 2-litre twin carb. There we go. All right in here. Wants a bit of a clean in there. Mechanically on the button, this one. I'll check it's not in gear. It has got an immobiliser with it. So we'll have to de-immobilise this first. Fairly simple. It will fire straight into life this. Check it's out of gear. I haven't de-immobilised it correctly. That would happen on the video, wouldn't it? Bear with me a second, guys. Right, here we go. I think I've done that correctly this time. Firing straight in the knife, that's no throttle. Lovely, lovely tick over on this one. No throttle at all there. It's taken over lovely and smooth, that. And no problems with that. And there you have it. 1966 Rover 2000 Estate in white with that lovely red leather interior.